Good day everyone, this is Cadet Arvin Oy. Now I will memorize the roll number 1 to roll number 38. First, roll number 1, application. Application, the rules apply to all vessels upon the high seas and all waters connected to the high seas and navigable by sea-going vessels. Rule number 2, responsibility. Responsibility covers the responsibility of the master, owner, and crew to comply with the rules. Rule number 3 is definition. Definition is steering and sailing. 4 to 9. Section 1, conduct of vessel is any condition of visibility. Rule number 4, application. Says the section applies in the any condition of visibility. Rule number 5, lookout. Every vessel shall at all times maintain a proper lookout by sight and hearing as well as by all available means, appropriate in the prevailing circumstances and conditions, so as to make a full appraisal of the situation and of the risk of collision. Rule number 6 is safe speed. Every vessel shall all the times proceed at a safe speed. The rule describes the factors which should be taken into account in determining safe speed. Rule number 7, risk of collision. Risk of collision is assumptions shall not be made of the basis of scanty information, especially scanty radar information. Rule number 8, action to avoid collisions. Action to avoid collision to be taken to avoid collision. Rule number 9, narrow channel. As new to the outer limit of the channel or fairway which lies on her starboard side as safe and practicable. Rule number 10, traffic separation schemes. Traffic separation schemes states that ships crossing traffic lanes are required to do as nearly as practicable at the right angles to the general direction of traffic flow. Rule number 11, application. Says the section applies to vessels in sight of one another. Rule number 12, state action to be taken when sailing vessels are approaching one another. Rule number 13, overtaking. The overtaking vessel should keep out of the way of the vessel being overtaken. Rule number 14, head-on situations. Head-on situations, crossing situations are covered by rule number 15, an action to be taken by the given way. Vessel is laid down in rule 16. Rule number 15, crossing situation. 16, action by the given vessel. Rule number 17, action by stand-on vessel, including the provision that the stand-on vessel may take action to avoid collision by her maneuver alone as soon as it becomes apparent to her that vessel required. To keep out of the way is not taking appropriate action. Rule number 18, responsibilities between vessels. Responsibilities between vessels and includes requirements for vessels which shall keep out of the way of others. Rule number 19, conduct of vessel in restricted visibility. Conduct of vessel in restricted visibility states every vessel should proceed at a safe speed, adapted by prevailing circumstances and restricted visibility. A vessel detecting by radar another vessel should determine if there is risk of collision, and if so take, avoiding actions. Rule number 20, application. States concerning lights apply from sunset to sunrise. Rule number 21 is definition. Give definitions. Rule number 22, visibility of lights. Indicating that lights should be visible at minimum range in nautical miles determined according to types of vessel. Rule 23, power-driven vessel. Power-driven vessel underway, lights to be carried by power-driven vessels underway. Rule 24, towing and pushing. Towing and pushing covers lights or vessels towing and pushing. Rule number 25, sailing vessel. Sailing vessel, lights requirements for sailing vessels underway and vessels under oars. Rule number 26, fishing vessels. Fishing vessels underway or at anchor shall exhibit only the lights. Rule number 27, vessel restricted in their ability to maneuver. A vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver beside engaged in mine clearance. Rule 28, vessel constrained by draft. A vessel constrained in her draft may in addition to the lights. Rule number 29, pilot vessel. White all-around light over a red all-around light. 30, anchored and aground vessel. An all-around white light at or near the stern lower than the lights in the forepipe. Rule number 31, sea planes. If a sea planes or a wing craft cannot exhibit lights and shapes of the characteristics on in a positions. 32. Rule 32. Definitions. Definitions of whistle, short blast, and prolonged blast. Rule number 33. Equipment for sound signals. Says vessels 12 meters or more in length should carry a whistle and a bell, and vessels 100 meters or more in length carry addition a gong. Rule number 34. Maneuvering and warning signals. Maneuvering and warning signals using whistle or lights. Rule number 35. Signal and restricted visibility. Sound signals to be used in restricted visibility. Rule number 36. Signals to attract attentions. Signals to be used to attract attentions. Rule number 37. Distress signals. Rule number 38. Exemption. Exemption ships which comply the 1960 collision regulations and were built or already under construction when the 1972 collisions regulations entered in force may be exempted from some requirements for lights and sound signals for specified periods.